Hello, everybody. Welcome to this part 54 of the Arduboy Dev stream. I have done some stuff outside of the video. Maybe fixing some bugs. I fixed some bugs and did some. I did some optimization also. So I will show you that, and then we will continue to develop the editor to reload the level, to reload all the items, and hopefully we will have a full loop of being able to edit, even if it's if the ergonomy of the editor is not final. It could be improved, but at least the logic would work. That would be great. But yeah, first let's see what I've changed. So where it was last time. So here we have done that. Fix editor. Yeah, I think it was here. Maybe no. I don't remember where it was. I think it's here. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I found it. So, yeah, during the last stream, I show you should not be initialized with 0, but with full of 1. I think when it's alive. I think that's maybe the bug. I didn't succeed to reproduce the bug where I kill one enemy and all the enemy disappeared. But if it's linked with the saving on the EEPROM, that may be also the reason. So anyway, I think it should be initialized with ones. And then I've done some optimization. I've removed the pointer on the arrow for the arrow launcher. So in the arrow launcher, we had a pointer. I just removed the pointer and just used the instance instead. So yeah, basically I just initialize it like this, and just change the arrow by a dot, and that saves some bytes. Yeah, because you have less pointer manipulation, I guess. And the next one I also I've done the same for the destroyable block. I remove the pointer here, so I don't need to initialize it also here. And because actually the default constructor was called, so if the default constructor is called, then that's fine. I don't need to make a new. And that saved like around 170 bytes, something like that. I guess also there is no new operator used in the whole program now after I remove that one. So everything is statically initialized. So maybe that's another reason why it reduced the code, because we don't need this new. And yeah, so I also removed the static init here. It's useless now, and it works the same. So it's really optimization. Okay, the next things I've done is it's a kind of crazy optimization, but yeah, it was it worth it. Also, like 100 byte or something like that. It was not negligible. What I've done is there was some code here, basically, when I animate the camera transition. There was some code for animating in the X direction and the Y direction, horizontal and vertical, and the code was really the same, very very similar. It's almost the same, except that the animation is on X or on Y, but that's the same. So basically, I end up by creating a class where I store. So for every coordinate we have X, Y, then we have the target X, target Y, then we have the transition X, transition Y, then we have the start draw sprite X, start draw sprite Y, and we also have the end draw sprite X. We didn't add the end draw sprite Y, but yeah, basically we double all this variable for X and Y. So I just created a class which I call camera coord, and in which I put all the same variable, but obviously I removed the X or Y, and the current value I name it current. What was held by camera X, I name it current, and then I just replace all this variable by two instances of that class, which I just name it camera X and camera Y, which is camera coord now. Well, okay, I removed this debug code also, and that's the debug code. And then yeah, I just access the variable like this. Instead of having camera X, then it's camera X dot current, or the camera X dot transition instead of camera transition X, which is basically the same. So here you see the same kind of access, and the difference is that now I can have just one function that does exactly the same for X and Y, which I called animate, and I just specify the width here, even if the width would be the same. I could have used a fixed a static a constant variable, but anyway. And then I just call that function here, camera X animate and camera Y animate, and that replace these two functions called replace the duplication of that code here, right? So, and the rest is just accessing the stuff differently. And okay, I think that's it. I can show you the difference of code that does. Let's update to the previous one. Let's update here, and just a minute, please. Okay. Yeah, that makes noise. Okay, so if I compile this, compiling is my drinking time. Oh, didn't show you the. So we are at 21,874. So 21,874. On the map data we have okay, 2 spike and 3 enemies. And now if I update to this one, and let's recompile it, so it's the same. two spike and three enemies, and let's recompile it. So, and now we have 21,696. Oh, 21, 7. Oh, why I lost my I lost my number. Let's I forgot. Let's redo it. Sorry. Let's update. Let's recompile it. Yeah, 874. 20y 874. And now if I update here and I recompile it, so minus it's 21,696. So it's 178 byte saved by this optimization. So it's, yeah, I take it. Yeah, why not? Because right now I'm trying to get as much optimization I can have. You know, if I don't need to reduce the feature in the game but still get more program, then I'm happier, because that means the level can be bigger and so on. Oh, that means I could add more features. So, and the next I also, let's update this. I have fixed some bugs, which is I don't know if you have noticed, but when I launched the game, the last line of the level was not drawn. Maybe I can. Yeah, maybe I will show you that. So let's update to this version, and let's I'm not sure the level is. Okay. I have trouble with the. Oh, it's not plugged. Why not? What happened to my Arduboy? Is not plugged. Okay. Yeah, actually, it's the last line is empty. But let's say, yeah. So if I go to the camera is dead also. Because I have a false contact with my camera. Let's try this. Okay. So which I will succeed to go in with the air control. Sometimes I can. I guess I cannot go that way. Okay, found it. All right, so here there's nothing. But you know, if I copy this line, for example, on the last line, it should draw the same line, but it just draws nothing. Not easy to go in. Very bad level design. It's the test level. Come on, let me in. Yeah. Just to show you something that is not working. I have to have the nice timing. Maybe I need to start from here. No. Ah, touch me. No. Come on. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, I was in. Sorry. Let me in. Let me in. Ah, come on. The last line. Oh, let's use the editor because it's crazy. Let's just remove all that stuff. Okay, so as you see, there's nothing drawn here. So that was a bug. I searched for the bug, and actually the bug comes from the drawing function. So let's update this. Discard. Okay. So if I relaunch it, now you can see what obviously I created a new map, new level, but the last line is drawn. And so the bug was in the map manager. Yeah, in the map manager, in the draw function. Or the bug is not in the draw function, but in the draw function, we were drawing from start to end. That one is okay, but the end line index is taking the index of the next line, and this end line index is used in the here in the X loop, in the horizontal loop. So here for the last line, we were reading something that is maybe total random memory. That could be 0, that could be anything, but if it's 0, then the first loop is just skipped. The last loop is skipped because I start from 0 to 0, so nothing is drawn. Which means what? Which means we need to add another extra index for the last line of the level to be drawn, but the last line of the full map actually. So that means in the map data we need to have obviously it's different, but we need to have one more index here just to tell that okay, the next one that should be here actually. Okay, it tells the length of the last line. And yeah, and also in the meantime also just notice that this value were hard coded and we forgot to export them also. So I just I rename it, and then I decided also to export it from the editor, right? So the editor, there's two fixes. First, the line index now increased by 2. Okay, we add 1 extra from what it was, and I just add after the loop that was counting on the line, we just add the last ID count in order to export it in the loop. And after that I also write the level width and level height, which is obviously start end x minus start x plus 1. All right, yeah, so basically that's the fix. So that's what I did outside of the stream. So now we can continue to do the loading of the level. So let's switch to Visual Studio, and in the MapData we should write the function to read the items. So like I explained in the last this is the write, let's open the read. As I explained in the at the end of the last video, my idea is to read these lines because this line normally contains everything, contains the coordinates, all the flags, and also with the name of the instance I can guess the type. Of course, if I follow the same naming convention. Sorry about that. I could also try to read the declaration to be, more gentle. I mean, if you want to modify directly the map data. But for the first implementation, we can just read this. That should be okay. And we actually don't care about in which screen it is initialized, because of the coordinate is in world coordinates. So we just load items and place and instantiate those items. All right, so let's start to do that. That's the reading the level data, and okay, so load, and we are reading line by line, and we have this. Else, we can also check if the lines contains. So we can check this dot init and bracket opening. Why I'm doing this? Because we also have the init screen here, which I don't care. So, and here also, there's a lot of init actually, and here also. So actually I just want to have this, so let's match the point, and we can even match the bracket, opening bracket. We also need to catch this for the respawn point. This is also important. So I can also take it. So if lines contains memories checkpoint. So here we will have read item init, and here we will have read checkpoint respawn. Okay, and obviously we need to give the reader in parameters, and then we can just write those functions. Right, so we need the stream reader. So actually we also need the line because it's on the same line. So let's give the line in parameter. We can write this one first. It seems quite easy. We can make line substring of start index should be line index of so constraint checkpoint function name. I will also take the bracket and so index of this plus this length. That's why I'm using a variable here. So that's the beginning, and I can just split with the comma. I forgot if the split function has one char. I think not. Yeah. So comma. Yeah. So we have our token string. So we just take the end, remove the beginning of the function, then we split with the comma, and then we can take the two parameter. So I will do a try pass. Yeah. Let's iterate in it in tokens. If try pass the token, and then we need a value. So and I need to count which one. So if we succeed to pass the code, then yeah, I need to also save X and Y. Sorry. So, or maybe I can just have an array of 2. Let's initialize it like this. Did I make a mistake? Oh, yes. Syntax between C, C++ and C# is different. Then we can just do this. Oops, no, the code index. And if the try pass is succeed, we can increase the index. Then we should have our two coordinate, and that means we can create a new instance. So pass the two coordinate of the checkpoint respawn. And then instantiate a rig item. So how to instantiate it? I guess we can check in the main form, I guess, when we click on the map, where it is, toolbar edition event, I think, and we just do add item, the type, and okay, so this, something like that, will be so the type should be, we know the type, okay, it's Rick. We know the type, and then what's the second parameter? Is mirror, so no, and then a point, so new point, and that should be directly the coordinate, which are already in the correct coordinate system, I think. Okay, that should be it. Let's try to reload our map like that. We'll see if the checkpoint respawn work actually. Let's remove the hard-coded one into the... Actually, let's remove all the hard-coded data in the constructor. And let me check which file we are loading when we load something. When we load something, we are loading the map test. Okay. All right, so let's try. And I load it, and okay, my rig have a rig, but I guess the X is okay, but not the Y. So let's trace inside a function. Just to see what kind of token we have. So let's see in the watch. Let's clear. Oh, token. Let's clear a bit. So what we have here, 20 and 30. Ah, yeah, yeah. We should clear. We should clean it. The try pass is. So okay. We can add the end bracket in the token list, I guess. Maybe that would work also. Okay, so yeah, that's easier. So first and second, okay, and we have, okay, the out of the array. I get an exception. I should stop searching if I found 2. Break. It's open. Okay, that's fine this time. And okay, we have our rig correctly placed. Let me move it here. And I will save it. Then I will reopen it. It's not correct. So first bug is we didn't clear the item list. That's easy to fix. And the second one is why it's not the correct place. I'm not sure. So let's clear in the clear level. Should we clear everything? Or maybe let's create another function just in case I need the clear level, but no, will I need the clearing the level but not the item? Let's rename it. We can rename it reset. And that's clearing first clear the level. And clear all the items. So the items is what, a list of I forgot, it's a dictionary of list. I don't want to. Should I just clear the dictionary, or I need to have the list already existing? Maybe not. It depends. We'll check on the add function. Yeah, I create the list if the list doesn't exist. So let's clear everything. Should have a clear, I guess, yeah. Okay. And now let's try again. So I have this. If I move you here, this definitely not a good edition ergonomy. I save it. 4827, and I reload it. It's not at the correct place. Let's put a breakpoint. So our coordinate, it's 2030. 2030, no. It should be, wait. I'm maybe not reading the correct file. That's the problem. Starter path, yes, yeah. It's not the game relative path. Okay, so let's, now we can use that one. We can try to read again our map data and not another file. I was using another file to keep the map. All right, so let's try again. Let's open it. And I guess this time we will have a different coordinate. Yeah, okay, yeah. So if I move it here and move it here, I save it, and then I open it, and it's still at the same place. All right, so we have our respawn, reload of the respawn. So let's commit this. Implement the reload of the checkpoint respawn. Actually, I lost this. I will let's revert it because I like the map I've done. This can change. And yeah, so now I work on the same file, and what do we have? Clear this, the hard-coded map. We clear the hard-coded map, then we have the function to read the checkpoint. Just rename this, and yeah, clear the items. Okay, pretty simple. And now let's implement the same for the items. So looks quite similar, I guess. So this time we like this one, init function name. I can split with comma. Yeah, I think it's probably the same. I will need to pass also the coordinates, and I also need to pass other crazy stuff. So else we will do some other stuff here. I will just do it differently. I will do if coord index is less than 2, and okay, I can pass it. No, for the for the arrow launcher we have three int to pass. So but I guess that's only these 3. So yeah, we can just create let's rename it like int value, and I will rename this one also, rename int value index, and here I can just of course use the length. I should also do it here. All right, so so I'm passing the coordinate. Otherwise, if the token contains so if it contains something like property flags, let's also use so I declare another variable for this property flag name type. All right, so if token contains this, then we need to pass the different type. We should split also by binary OR, because I want to pass the various flags separately. So we can also separate with the binary OR. Now the flag depends on the type of the item, so they may have different meaning, but we can, okay, for now we'll just use some boolean. I don't need to use a binary flag in the editor, so declare some boolean variable to store the property flags. Is special, so they are all false. We may have a is special too, and I don't know exactly all of them. Depends. It will depends. The mirror also. We have the mirror. Is mirror. We can add the other one when we will add the new items. All right, and here it depends on if this contains. We can also check if it contains the other stuff. So if token contains special, then actually I can just write it like that. Is special if it contains token special. Special 2, I think it's with underscore. Special 2 is mirror with mirror x, if I well remember. Yeah, I need to look into the item of the game. Mirror underscore x, yeah, special underscore 2. We have alive, we have is visible, a trap trigger. I guess this one will disable block. This one are set in the code. Yeah, I'm looking at that flag here. Okay, so basically mirror x, special 2 is visible. I think we don't need it in the export. All right, so we may have all of them, I guess. All right, and what else can we have? I think that's pretty okay. We have the should respond parameters, but we just don't care. So we can continue to iterate on our token. And we need to know the type, of course, of the item. So yeah, I wanted to use that variable here, but maybe I just don't. Yeah, I can use it. It's fine. Oh yes, I wanted to do this actually. All right. Yeah. So the type of the item, like I said, we can refer to the name. So I can get the beginning and remove the end. So string instance name equal line remove start index, this one, index of the init function name. Okay, that's our instance name, and we can trim it to remove the space also. Trim. All right. Now we should instantiate our item, the correct item. So because I think the instance name is inside the item, so it's better to, yeah, here, get instance name. It's better to keep the logic in the same class, so that if I change this variable, then I have the same. If I change the name of the instance, it's working. So I will create a function for that. Should be static, yes, and I want the type from the name. Get instance type from name, string instance name, and then you can do if instance names start with spike, then return. So yeah, I don't know. I also need to know the special flag. Fair enough. So bool is special, bool is special too, bool is mirror. Maybe the mirror is not important. Yeah, I don't think it is actually, for getting the type. So yeah, doesn't matter. All right, so if it starts with spike, then let's write it like this. If it's special, then it's vertical, or maybe horizontal. I'm not sure. I already forget. Otherwise, it's a horizontal one. Else, if the instance start with enemy, then something similar. Actually, I will. I can look into the code because I also forgot. In the enemy class, enemy. I think it was something like this. Like asking the width or the height. Yeah. Scorpion. Well, it doesn't help me a lot. enemy.h. So special is scorpion, special 2 is skeleton. Okay. So if it's special, then this is scorpion, else is special 2, then it's skeleton, otherwise it's spike. And by default we return what? So far we return we can return this by default. Should not happen, but anyway. All right, so we have our instance type from name, and here we can just get our instance type from name, and we give the instance name and is special and is special 2. This is mirror, and coordinate are the same. Yeah, and this is item. Yeah. Items.item. All right. Okay, let's try. So we didn't implement the arrow launcher, but we can do that just after. Let's try it. And let's load our map. Oh, I think it works. It works from the beginning because, yeah, in my current map, I had the scorpion just here. So it's a really good news. Let's add some more stuff, save it and reload it. Let's mirror this one, and we can add the other enemy here, and nope, not this one. This one? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can add it here. Let's save. And let's reload. Okay, our enemy disappear and the spike are inverted. Okay, spike inverted is okay. I had 50% chance to be correct. But the enemy yeah, we just have one enemy, which is normal because the enemy is in the 3 different screen. Here, Why I only have 2 screen? Should have 3, 4, maybe. Yeah, it's the logic of the screen. Anyway. Yeah, so that's another bug. But let's fix the spike. I closed the MapData, sorry about that. And actually it's in the item. So we should be horizontal and vertical. Oh, double check in the spike. If special, this is horizontal. So, yeah, if special is said, it's horizontal. Okay. So if special, it's horizontal. Okay, so that's fixed. And why we don't have 2 enemy? Let's try again. Let's open it. Oh, mirror is not. Yeah. Why the mirror flag is either not read or. Let's check in the MapData. Yeah, we have the mirror X. So we should reload this. Is mirror X. Let's trace it. So what is our line? Our line is the spike one. Special. None. Okay, mirror X. Get the first value, second value, then what is my token value? Okay, so this is true. Yeah, his mirror is true, which is good news. So why when we add the item it's not mirror? Let's go inside. Yeah, so is spike, okay, and then is mirrored, which is true. It's in the constructor of the item. Let's go inside. Oh yes, we didn't set the mirror flag. Here is the bug. I forget to set the mirror flag. Okay. So is mirror. All right. So mirror bug is fixed. Let's reopen it. What about the enemy? Okay. What about the enemy? Why I don't have all my enemies? If I put an enemy here, let's save it. let's look at the map. I have one enemy one here in first screen, in second screen. It's none, and it's yeah, and it's a special one. And now if I reload it, it disappeared, but it was transformed into a spike. Okay. I guess this is the default value. If, else, if. Oh. This is a bug. This is not a spike that we want. It's scorpion, skeleton, or mummy. Let's open it. All right. Okay. Okay, we have it. Let's save it like this. If I reopen it, yeah, okay, cool. Let's commit this. It's 1 hour, 1 hour of streaming. We can commit the new map, doesn't matter. Alright, so in the item, fix the bug of the mirror and get the instance type from the name. So implement the function to load the item from the MapData. Fix a bug in the constructor of the item. Mirror flag was not set. And this is our implementation. Okay. Yeah. So we have another bug. Okay, so let's commit this. So it seems we have another bug. I'm not sure if it's a bug. It's about finding the puzzle screen. If I, oh no, maybe it's hard coded. I forgot. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, the puzzle screen. Actually, there is 2 exits here. I forgot which one we take in priority. Probably vertical in priority. But then here there's also an exit, but it's the maximum. Here it's also an exit, so at least this screen, this screen should have been exported as a third screen, and it's not. If you look at the map data, we only have 2 screens. So let's reopen the right. I think the red is okay now. Get level bounding box I think is okay. Get puzzle screen ID from game wall code. Get item on screen, increase. Write header, write level data, write item instance. No, it's write the init function. Write init function that we want to debug. Start screen X and screen X. Yeah, this is all to do. How could it start and end? All right, so now we have to find the path. In between the screen. So we have this. We have written this function is a puzzle screen exit. Get the next screen coordinate above or below. Yeah. But yes, I remember it. So we have our path, but I said in the editor we should set the start screen and the end screen. Otherwise, it's too hard to know where to start because we can place several checkpoint respawn. So maybe the easy way is to this checkpoint respawn. We can probably tell this is the first one. And so we can have a different color, for example. We can have a button to set it, and then we can have another one. I know we don't want to have another one at the end. Yeah, we could have another one at the end, but if I don't want to export that data because it's a waste of memory for the Arduboy. Or we can just export it commented. Yeah, if it's the last one, just for the editor to reload it will be easier. Okay, so let's do that. That means the rig item have a special property, which is the start puzzle screen and the end puzzle screen. So I can just add parameters for that, even if it's only used by rig. Is start rig. Let's say it's first rig, and the last also should be a boolean flag. First rig, yeah. Two special flags for the rig type of item that can identify the first and last puzzle screen. I will write accessor for it. Public bool. I think I probably need to write the set also. Because I don't want to give it into parameters of the constructor. And also the editor, you may want to change the start and the end. Another way to do it would be to have to mark the frame of the starting screen and ending screen, but that require different drawing of this frame. So, and also that requires a selection of a full screen, which will be messy with the mouse, how to select a full screen. So yeah, I think it's probably easier to just select the respawn point. Okay, so we have our parameters. For the sprite, here we should change the color. We should have 3 color: normal, checkpoint, the first one, the last one. Yeah, so I have to give that in parameters of the image. Let's say 1. Should I give an enum? That's a bit crazy to give an enum for that. Let's do this. 1. Otherwise, if it's last, 2. Otherwise, let's give 0. So then color, it's three variables. Blue. Let's yeah, float. We can stay into the blue area, but maybe a tinted, maybe a lighter blue or something like that. Int type, like yeah. case 1, then maybe if I just give no red, it will be Sion. I don't know how you said it. Red, green, blue. All right, and yeah, and if we need to update the image if we change the type. So here in the set, after changing the value, we should update the sprite. Also, if we update the last, but also if it's first, it cannot be last. So actually, it's better to have an enum because I cannot. Otherwise, I can be both. So let's declare an enum here. Enum respawn type. Start of the game. I will say okay, normal, or just make it simple, start, end. Okay, so that's our respawn type, and then I can just have one variable here. Just call it respawn type, which is maybe Rick respawn type, which will be normal by default. So sorry, that's a lot of rewriting. I should have think about it a bit deeply before writing it. Rig respawn type, so it's a respawn type here, the type, and rig respawn type, yeah. That's public, yeah, so this one should be public too. Okay, and then that means I can just give it now because I have my enum. I can give it to the image. So image provider, and that's into items, item. So start, let's say start and end. Okay, So we have different color. We update the sprite if we change the type. Okay, then I think that's okay for the item. So then we just here we have to implement that and check the okay, the rig was the. So I think I can just write a function because it's the function will be the same for the start and the end. It's just the type will be different. So I can write a function like get start puzzle screen. Not start, but I said it's the same. Get start or end puzzle screen, and I need item and respawn type, and I will get the start, and I will get start or end puzzle screen coordinate. Start Y, and then I can do the same for end and Y, and I want the end. You can just remove that. I remove the to do, so get the coordinate of the start and screen. Okay, and now I just need to write this function. So type of screen out start x x out screen x out int screen y. Okay, and then I just need to iterate into the rig list and find the correct one. So for so let's say if items contains key rig for each so I just avoid the export to fail, but actually the editor should pop up an error message if you try to save the map and there is not a starting and end. Then obviously we don't know how to export it. So, but for now we'll just go with the default value, which will be 0, 0. Okay, so for each so we need a list, we need item in the list, respawn in m items of this, m item of rig, if item respawn type, respawn, sorry. Let me call it respawn item, rename respawn item. If respawn item and respawn type equal the type of screen, then we return the screen coordinate of the item, and I think we have a function for that. Just need to find it. Get item on get item on screen is in puzzle screen. Actually, maybe we don't have it. It should be an item. So function to tell in which screen you are. Is in puzzle screen. Do we have it? Oh, we don't. Convert the screen code to game code world code. I think we don't have it. I thought we had it, but maybe not. This is a right function. This function, yeah. Get puzzle screen ID from not the puzzle screen ID. We want the coordinate. So from game world ID, get. Okay, let's write it. Maybe we will need it one day for something else, right? Get puzzle screen coordinate from game world cards. X1 and out screen X screen Y. And that should be quite easy. Screen X equal X, it's game world divided by Arduboy puzzle screen width. No, and wall sprite width also. This Arduboy puzzle screen width and multiply by warp sprite width. Same for Y. Y divided by this. Arduboy puzzle screen height times wall sprite height. Okay, so that's our coordinate. and then I can use that function here. So I get the coordinate of the respawn point x and y, and I get the coordinate of the screen. All right, so otherwise, if we didn't find it, we should still default value if we didn't find the special respawn point, so can just initialize with 0. Okay, so search in the rig item the one that match the specified parameter. All right, and that's not it, because we also need to be able in the editor to to change the type of the respawn. So so I don't want to create a specific tool. Otherwise, that means I would have to. Yeah, let's run it, even if I cannot. Oh, there was error. Ah, yeah. This is. Just take a normal one. Yeah, in this map, I don't want to create 3 different one. Otherwise, that means I should have created just 3 different type here to make it work. So let's forget it. I prefer to have a kind of button to change, select it, and then I change it to something special. Yeah, so let's just add these 2 buttons in the design. For now, we'll just give a name to this button. Oh, no. Yeah, just a button, and can I have a text in that button? Split button. Text box. No, don't want that. I will do the icon in outside of the stream, but let's give a correct name. Toolstrip button. Start respawn. Start. First respawn point. Let's add another one. Last respawn point. Okay, and some event for this two button. So here I need this, and this I need this. Move these two events in the correct region. Move event or toolbar event. So I should check that the selected item is a rig item. So if not new, if there is one selected, and item type equal rig, then I can change the type, the respawn type, rig respawn type equal. So this is first respawn point. There's nothing to set it back to normal. Or maybe I can, if I am already first and I click on it, I'm becoming nothing, normal. I can do that. So if the type equal respawn type first start, then this becomes normal, else oops, then it is start. And same for the button for setting the last. So if this is the end, it becomes normal, otherwise it becomes end. All right, let's start that. So I have this, and I select it, I click here, and I should refresh redraw the level. Forgot this. Here, because we changed the color. Let's start again. So here, and I select it, I click here, or I click here. Okay, if I click here, click again, this is normal here, and this is normal. Okay, so it seems to work. Let's open the map. This will become our first one, and maybe I want to create another one which will be the last one. And let's start to save it, and let's see if we have 3 screens now. No, we just have one, which is not good. We should have 3. We ask for end screen. Let's put a breakpoint here. Let's save it. Save. So right now our start is 0, and x is 0. Okay, let's try to search. The type of screen is end. Second is okay. So we go in that function. So it's 158. Okay, so screen X becomes 1. Ah, no, it should not be 1, I think. And this one is 1, 1, 1. I don't think it's the coordinate I'm looking for. You need the current screen X. Which coordinate I want? Plus Arduboy puzzle screen width. Arduboy puzzle screen width. Yeah. So I think I just need to divide it by the wall sprite width, because I want to for X plus 1. Get the next screen coordinate above or below. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I think we just want this. Okay, let's try again. And we cannot open our map because we have probably done something wrong. Let me revert the map. Oh yeah, the map is empty. Let me revert it. Okay, let's load it again. Okay, and so I said this one should be the start, and let's create another one here. That should be the end. Let's save it. And now this time we have still not correct. I'm still at 0. Why? Yeah. Let's try again. $19.10. No, it's not correct. It's not 1910. It should be actually it should be this, because I have no idea. Almost this, but okay, we divide by this and then multiply again by this. It should be 16 and 8. 16 and 8. And not 19 and 10. And also why... Oh, I forgot the return here. So there's 2 bugs. Or maybe I can just init before. All right. So it should be something like yeah, divided by this. And then multiply again by this. All right. Or is it a modulo? Modulo. No. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's the value I'm looking for. Okay, let me revert the map. Oops, sorry. So let's try again to save. And so 8 and 16. Yep, I think that's correct. Okay, so let's see if we have 3 screens now. We still have only 2. Why is that? Hello? Why? The okay, Visual Studio is frozen. So I guess I will end the stream here, but I think we are not far from having something. It's empty. All right. Yeah, and Visual Studio is crashing right now. Okay. So let's end the stream. Let's commit this. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. We are in the, I guess, infinite loop. The map data is getting really crazy. Stop it. Yeah, thank you. And you can discount this. All right, so we have a new function to have a. We added a new type, so add a new respawn type for the rig items in order to specify the begin and the end puzzle screen in the editor. Okay, so we have our new respawn type. We set it, we update the sprite if we change it. And in the main form we have new button for that to change the type. That's the designer, that's the resource. And in the map data we have this function to compute the screen coordinate from a world coordinate, and here we are searching for the end and the start. Okay, so remove the hard-coded start and puzzle screen and compute it, but can go in infinite loop. Yeah, so it's not recommended to use it. All right, that's it. That's it for today. Well, I think that's pretty good today. We have we can reload our map data, which is quite cool. And we even started to have something working from exporting the world level. So from the start to the end, but it's not working. Outside of the video, I will fix this probably infinite loop, make it more robust, create some icons for these two new buttons in the toolbar. And yeah, and then I will see you in the next video. I don't know what we will do in the next video, because if our editor is working, maybe we can continue on the game. We'll see. All right, so thank you for watching. As usual, if you have a question or comment, please leave them in the comment below under the video, and then I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.